If you change your mind, you change your life, just change your mind. The Lord loves you. He's standing with his arms wide open for you. Oh, be encouraged, cause this day's for you. Don't you let this opportunity pass by you. Change your mind.
All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome to Rock Tuesday. We are so excited to have our how-to video today on family night. And our special guests tonight are the Dillards. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hello.
So I wanted to do something different for our families. And I just want to say thank you guys for joining and assisting with that. I wanted to talk about really family night, which is something you guys do incredibly well. So I wanted to kind of give some of our listeners and some of our viewers some insight on how you guys do family night. Okay. But also too, just letting people know that family just doesn't only consist of people that you're blood related to, but your friends and people that you consider to be close to you. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And like I said, you guys do family night well. So I wanted to kind of pick you guys' brain, including you boys. I want you guys to chime in as well about how you do family night. I know that life has kind of been different during this time. Mm-hmm. So I know that family night can be a little challenging. Can you tell me what were the things that you guys had to come up with in order to do family night and to keep that connection together?
Who wants to start?
Me.
Okay, go.
We traveled and we played parents versus kids.
Oh, that's cool.
Parents versus kid and what?
Basketball, and we beat them.
So y'all beat the parents?
How many times did you beat us?
1.
And how many times did we win?
2.
Okay. Just full disclosure.
Oh, so you're setting the record straight.
You want to have full disclosure for a family night. But yeah, it, as you said, it has been a challenge, because, we've had in the past pre-COVID, we've never had just a set family night. We used to do like Friday night was, pizza night, or the boys would pick, which was usually always pizza. And
right.
We would do something, go out, we would just do something. But when COVID happened, everything just came to an immediate halt. And so we saw that there were, several areas that needed our attention. First, there was the social connection that the kids were missing, because they were missing their friends at school, they were missing their friends at church, and the connection that we had with our family. And so we couldn't meet all of those needs. So we had to be creative in ways to find, ways of connection. So we did a couple of family Zoom meets where, they could get that connection again with family or maintain that. Another thing that was helpful was, and it kind of drove me crazy, but they have really become intimately connected with gaming. They love it. They love gaming. They were interested in it pre-COVID, but when they had nothing but time, that's what they diverted to, was gaming.
Right.
So Chris and I recognize, they love it, they enjoy it. We had and still have no interest in that. They spent a lot of time in their room. They were isolated from us. And so we had to be creative in a way to integrate the family into their world.
Right.
It was very important for us that we still found a way to maintain a family connection and do what they loved. So at Christmas, we converted our office into their game room, which is now our hub, which is
that is super cool.
So we converted our office into the game room so that we can come in here and we can watch movies together for family time, or we can watch them play games or whatever. but they're not isolated. They're not, we still can come into what they enjoy, although we don't have to participate in it. And so that was important for us also. Ethan, do you want to share something?
I think a good way to spend family time, it doesn't really have to be your face in front of a screen. I think that it's important to be physical and get your exercise in. So that
That's great.
just because this virus is spreading around, I feel like you should still get your exercise in.
That's really great.
So
I saw that you guys were cycling a lot. How was that, being an adult, and also being, a kid and cycling with your parents? What was that like? What was that experience like?
It was cool because we did it's not a thing that you have to just do at home. You can do it in different places.
Okay.
And it's fun to do with other people because you can do challenges. There's different places you can go. And I think it's just really fun. And another thing we do is we play basketball because it's like it's fun. Everybody loves it, and we just have a really fun time playing it.
That's good. Do you guys have like a specific place that you guys love to cycle and everything?
We use
Woodmont.
Tell the place that you like.
Woodmont.
The track. We've been to the track at Woodmont, the old Woodmont. There's just a track there.
Okay.
And are cycling. So we spent some time there. And what about you, Ethan?
We go to
Sunset Park.
What is it called?
Bless you.
Where they have that dog walking.
That's
Conisty Park.
Conisty Park.
We go to Conisty Park.
Cool.
It's a really nice park. It's really nice. They have a trail thing. We haven't went on it yet, but we might see ourselves doing that later.
Okay, cool. That's great.
And we like that park too. We want to go where there's not a lot of hills and stuff for the older people. So yeah, we enjoy that. But you know what? It was good for me too. I mean, it's been a long time since I had been on a bike, but I literally felt like a kid again. It was so
cool.
Just good therapy, just to be out and carefree on my little Huffy bike. It was the greatest thing ever.
See, that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Those are very creative things to do that we never thought about even pre-COVID, doing riding bikes again and, actually going to the parks and spending time outside, being outdoors. So like you guys said before, there's not a specific night. Is there like towards the middle of the week or the end of the week that's best for you guys as far as family night is concerned?
Friday, because we get to stay up late. And my mom usually goes to bed at like 8.
Just tell all the business.
We usually it's usually Friday because that's like the day that we get off of school, and that's the day we really get back to like our gaming and stuff. And we just feel like that's the right night. And on pizza on Friday, we usually have pizza because that's like it was like as soon as COVID started, we had like pizza on Fridays because it was like I don't even know. We just had pizza on Friday because.
So was it kind of like a reward, like saying, "Oh yeah, this is the week ending, and that's like our reward is pizza night."
Yeah, and if we don't have pizza on Friday, we either have Chick-fil-A or House Zaxby's.
Y'all eating good. Those are all like all my favorite places. So I'm with it. I'm with it. So tell me this. What besides gaming and besides cycling, what are other things that you guys like to do as a family?
We love basketball. We love watching movies. We love traveling a lot if we can.
Yes. Okay.
One thing that I enjoyed as a kid, and we really reintroduced it to the boys, especially around Christmas, is we got a board game for Christmas. We got the new Monopoly, and the boys are very competitive. And as you know, they're very competitive. But this was very different because we were engaging them outside of their electronics.
Gotcha.
It was really good just to spend time around the table learning the game of Monopoly and playing it. And it would be hours of playing Monopoly. And,
Oh,
some people
wow.
end up crying because they lost or, whatever, saying that people cheated. But it was just good. It was just good camaraderie. It was good camaraderie. Just fun. We went back to doing Uno, just all of the games that we grew up with that we have been
Yeah.
able to get the boys to, fall in love with. So that has been fun for me.
I completely dominated on Uno.
Okay.
We hear who's the competitive ones in the family, so absolutely. Yeah, that's great, a great point too. So guys, you don't just have to limit yourself to, as you can hear from the Dillard, you don't have to limit yourself to just being outside, but reintroduce yourself to board games. Scrabble is a great one, especially, for kids with learning, if you're learning words and things like that. That is, excellent. Monopoly is definitely one of my old time favorites.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Jay is very competitive with Monopoly. Like, come out the gate. I got hotels. Need you to pay up your rent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right.
So I definitely understand that. What are other ideas, Ethan and Evan? This question is for you. What ideas do you recommend for kids to propose to their parents for game night?
That's a good question.
Parents versus kids in basketball.
So parents versus kids in basketball. Okay. Yeah.
It's like anything that can really keep you in shape, but it's not like something that you can't that in a stage that some parents cannot do. Like basketball, I think that's good because it doesn't really require a lot of hard things. It's really running and arm exercise. So I think that is good for kids and parents. And I think that keeps you in shape. Another thing, like Evan said, the movies are good because it kind of helps you bond with your family, maybe learn things you didn't know about them, and
Okay.
I think that's important. That's why I like the movies too.
Does the Dillard family have a specific movie that they would recommend to our viewers to watch?
I mean, not really, but we do watch we really watch a lot of new movies that come out.
Okay. Do you have a favorite right now, Evan?
Not really.
I have a show to recommend. It's on Netflix. It's called Family Reunion.
Love it. Yes.
It teaches history in some of the episodes, which I think is important. It teaches life lessons and some of the things that parents do like for kids, and it like, for example, Jade leaves the house to go with her boyfriend, and her dad said you're I thought you were going to the skating rink, but she went to the birthday party. So it kind of teaches you like that you have to be good with your parents' trust.
That's very good.
It teaches you lessons about life.
That's very good. That's an excellent show. It's an excellent show. Lady Dillard, do you have anything that you would recommend as well for the parents to show your kids? Um,
One additional thing that we recognize, I said there were multiple areas that we saw that change for the boys, and they talked about it, things that they missed. So in addition to having fun, their spiritual life was still very much important to us. And so we wanted to maintain family connection, but also spiritually, we wanted to make sure that we didn't skip a beat. In fact, there was one point, it was back in November when I tested positive for COVID. Um, it was very difficult to see how that emotionally impacted our boys.
oh
Um,
wow.
it really did. There were tears and there were uncertainty. So we had to have hard conversations with a 7 and a 10-year-old. And,
Mm,
although we were praying, let me recover from this, you know,
right.
our days are not our own, So I wanted to
Exactly.
make sure, and Chris and I wanted to make sure that if my days were up, that we had taught our boys everything that we could spiritually to prepare them for the life ahead. So in addition to having fun, we made their spiritual life even more of a priority. So on Sunday evenings, as we're sitting here in the hub, they would get a memory verse that they would choose. They would choose that verse. And then throughout the week, just in the evening, if it was around the dinner table or right before they went to bed, they would recite that verse or try to memorize it as best they could. Um, and then we would talk about it. We would talk about current events. We've talked about death more than we have in any time period. Just
Yeah.
having those hard conversations, it had to grow them up really fast, but we've taught them that they can do hard things. So not that we were taking them to church, we still made it fun,
Right.
but we wanted to touch on all of the things that were impacting them spiritually, socially, and emotionally. So that was a priority, and then they really came to enjoy it. It was something that they look forward to. So that was very encouraging. And then for them to, whenever they would see something in the news or something at their virtual school, that they could go back and apply scriptures to or lessons that we had taught was very encouraging for us as parents.
That's awesome. So, guys, you didn't miss a beat as far as like, spiritually as well as that connection. So that's awesome to have kept that going, especially for so long, because we know that right now, like I said, it's completely different. We're in uncharted territory, and we're doing something that we would have not 15 months ago ever thought that we would be doing as of right now. So I know I definitely miss seeing you guys and, down the hallway and cutting up and everything like that. So I'm glad that you guys are continuing to keep that connection together. So, is there anything that you would recommend for family who are struggling with their finances on finding something that they can do for free with their families?
I think
Evan said no. No,
I
He wants to do everything that costs him.
absolutely. It needs to cost some money.
It's fine.
I think like I said, exercise is really important. Um, Especially when when COVID first started, we were just sitting down every day eating because we were still trying to figure out what the virus was. So
Right.
we weren't getting our exercise in, and I think that's important. So I think maybe walking around the block,
Mhm.
maybe running, and even if it's raining, maybe just take some laps around your house. Um,
Good. Good advice.
what I used to do, I used to pull up videos on my computer, and I used to watch daily workout videos that help different parts of my body so I could get stronger. And it really helped me out because I was seeing differences. So I think maybe just watch a video every day and do like a little exercise, if that's yoga, Zumba, like anything that can help you stay fit.
Very good. Thank
I
you.
know that is very good because I mean that is something that we don't think about, and you said exactly it, Ethan. Is like we did sit down at the counter or at the table and kind of stuff our faces with and eat what we call eat our emotions because
Yeah.
not knowing what to do. Um, when you're feeling sad and when you're bored, our go-to thing is to grab food. So, definitely exercising is another. Evan, do you have anything that you would recommend that people can do for free?
Mm, I don't really know. Except take a nap.
Take a nap.
Those are good.
Naps
Hey,
are
naps are
good.
great.
I
Naps
agree.
are great.
Naps are great. I would share a resource that I have been committed to probably for the past 6 years since its inception is Kidding Around Greenville. My friend Bethany Winston is the CEO of that, and it is wonderful. She also leads Kidding Around Spartanburg. So if you're in the upstate area, I would highly recommend to like and follow Kidding Around Greenville on Instagram and on Facebook. It is my go-to resource for all things related to kids' activities. There's a list there for yes, for park, if you're looking for basketball camps, if you're looking for summer camps, if you're looking for where kids can eat free, movies, it's just the one-stop shop for everything related to kids. And if there's something that you're looking for, you can pose the question, and Bethany and her team will get back to you with, their years of research or just with some suggestions. And most of what she puts up, there's a lot of things that are free. If there's a cost involved, that is also located there on the website. She also runs promotions and free giveaways weekly. I mean, these are like
Wow.
birthday parties and for a free week at camp. So these are very good activities that kids would enjoy. So definitely go subscribe to Kidding Around Greenville.
Yeah, you definitely have hooked me up with that. So I hope for everyone that's watching tonight that you guys understand that this is an incredible resource. Just Kidding Around Greenville has, I know summer is, vastly approaching, and people are looking for places to, that are COVID friendly for their kids to attend. Bethany already has those actually listed on there.
Yeah.
So those are great things.
Yeah,
I
she's
did
the
not know about the
market.
free meals though. I didn't
Yeah.
know about the free meals,
Yes.
the free parties. So parents, aunties, uncles, grandparents, guys, y'all, please plug in. Make sure you are liking and following Just Kidding Around Greenville, and Just Kidding Around Spartanburg.
Yeah, it's a great place to start. I mean, if families are looking for activities to do, you don't have to recreate the wheel. You don't have to, wreck your brain trying to figure it out. Just log on there and just to pick one or two activities. There are multiple things there that you don't have to recreate. Just go and follow.
Now, as things are starting to open back up, how did you guys lead with caution about bringing your family out to be amongst crowds and to do those things that are on, like Just Getting Around Greenville? What did you guys do to prepare and lead your family into that?
Okay.
Well, you kind of just start out slow. You see, you just see where there's not a lot of people, or a place where you can stay distant and still have fun, like downtown. Like
Yeah.
you're not like this, but you're still having fun. You can still see a lot of things, um, and you can do a lot of things, and without having to like make contact with other people. And I think that's a good place, like downtown. Um, the park is good.
Mhm.
You're outside. You don't have to be like really close to each other. everybody's not stacked on top of each other, but you still get to have a lot of fun.
That is very, very, very good advice, Ethan. Do you guys still go into places that are no longer requiring masks? How are you guys leading with that? Do you still continue to wear your mask when having to go out? And you see those places where people are, not wearing their mask. How do you guys deal with that? Do you guys say, you know what, we're gonna do out? Or, you guys say, well, we're gonna keep going in, or how do you guys handle that? Because I know that as a family that can be a little challenging.
We just keep on wearing my mask because our parents are strict about the virus and how people have been dying from it. And yeah.
Yeah, so we definitely exercise caution. I've not gone to the extremes of calling, restaurants or whatever beforehand, asking, are they still enforcing masks? But I am aware, if establishments are, utilizing masks, then we feel comfortable there. I haven't even experienced a place that we've gone to that have not, had the sign on the board or on the door, and the employees have not been wearing masks. So for the most part, we've seen it, it being a shared responsibility from businesses that we go into, that's not been an issue. I would have no problem leaving a restaurant if they were not enforcing that. Thankfully, the boys are very compliant with it. At their virtual school, they're in a mask all day. So when we go out, they're aware. Like if we're, passing by somewhere downtown and people are inside, they're like, they didn't have on a mask. They are the mask. So they are
Mask police.
Yeah. And so when we go somewhere, even when we travel, they know. As soon as we walk into our hotel room, somebody opens the door and I have the Lysol and we spray everything down. They know. Just stand in place until you can't breathe from the Lysol. So we do have to exercise caution, but we also don't want to keep them in such a bubble that they feel like there's nothing that can be done. My husband and I have both been, we've been vaccinated. We enforce hand washing and social distancing and mask wearing. So we feel like we're doing our part and we go where other people are sharing in that responsibility.
That's awesome. Also, too, y'all, I just want to throw a little tidbit out there. Lady Dillard actually is, I call her the coupon guru when it comes to travel. So if you are, trying to look to travel somewhere, she has hit me onto Groupon travel. So, but you need to read the fine print. Just want to make sure you know that. Reading is fundamental. So you want to read the fine print because sometimes they have certain dates that they're only allowing for that particular special. But her and her family travel quite frequently with Groupon. So I just want to let you guys know that that's another way of savings and you can travel on a budget. So if you are kind of counting your pennies, but you kind of want to get away as well, you can use Groupon. That's another way for you to do that. So guys, it is upcoming to Friday. What is on the agenda for Friday? Anything special?
My birthday's coming up in like 2 days, 3.
Wait a minute. What? Your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. We got anything big planned or what are we doing?
There are some surprises planned that he knows not of.
I do though. Y'all better start explaining right now.
You see this. That's why we can't, because he needs to be all knowing and we're not having that. Yeah. So we'll have a weekend of some celebrations.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yay. Well, happy early birthday, Evan.
Thank you.
From all of us, happy early birthday. Well, guys, I want to just say thank you so much for all of your time that you've given to us tonight. Do you guys have any final comments that you want to give everybody or any tidbits that you guys want to share?
Just stay active.
Just stay active. Yes, that is definitely the main point. We definitely want to do that. Anything else? Y'all want to give any shout outs to people or anything while you're on here?
Spend time with your family because you don't know all the time that you'll have with them.
Yes, absolutely. When I tell y'all coming through tonight with the good wisdom. Yes. Come on through with it. Thank y'all again. Lady Tanika, do you have anything you want to share or anything like that?
I think they've said it all.
I,
Thank you for the opportunity to share what we do. I mean, just go have fun, use wisdom and make it happen. Still these are priceless moments with your kids, and you're not going to get them back. Make sure that you're filling the moments with memory, with good memories. That would be my advice.
Absolutely. Well, you guys, that is absolutely all our time that we have. I want to encourage you to log on tomorrow for CYM TV for Bible study with Pastor Jones on tomorrow at 7 p.m. And make sure you like, share, invite a friend in the comment section of this particular post as well as tomorrow. We want to make sure that we get this information out to everyone who needs it. And thank you again, Dillard family, for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Love y'all. Mean it. Have a
Bye-bye.
good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.